Hello, YTPC. This is Steve, and you're watching Smoking Cardboard. It ended up being a 2-week break. Sorry, trying to get my pipe lit here. Smoking Comoy's English mixture. Comoy's of London English mixture. With all the warnings. So, again, I don't remember who gave me this. Because so many people have been generous to me. I apologize. Definitely from Europe, though. I am surprised that I like this tobacco so much. It's very on the more full side of medium in flavor, and I really enjoy the smokiness. The mixture is kind of like a rougher cut. It's still kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like chopped a little bit more. And then it has Virginia flake in there, but they're like whole chunks of like still like partially rubbed out Virginia. So it's kind of interesting. Definitely some Orientals in here giving it a little tartness, but not like some of the others that I've tried. I'm sure this is several years old, so it's very smooth. Tasty. It's got a sweetness to it that I think I would have to attribute to some sort of topping that's slightly on it. But it's nice. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not, but that's what... It's just sweet enough that it's kind of gotta be a topping. But it's pretty... It'd be a very mild topping if it was. Anyway. Good. I like this blend. It's good. Tasty stuff. I also cracked open this Robert McConnell matured Virginia folded flake. It says hand-picked dark Virginia tobaccos and spicy Perique, as well as a hint of and spicy Kentucky, as well as a hint of Perique, are pressed into a flake. So this is, I don't know how old it is. It's probably 3 years old. And they're like the rest of Cole House and Cop Flakes. This one was much more, I guess, Kentucky. I attributed it to Burley, but Kentucky is Burley. Much more Burley forward than I thought it was going to be. Great fall tight blend for that reason, or if you like Kentucky. The last smoke I had of it, and it might have just been the pipe that I smoked it in, it was irritating me a little bit more than I am tolerant to blends biting me. So I'll probably give it a try in some other pipes to see if there's just certain pipes I have to smoke that in. I like Virginia and Kentucky and Perique, so... But, I don't know. I'd have to smoke it some more. But if it continues to bite me, I won't keep smoking it. I got too many tobaccos to smoke ones that do that, even if they're good tobaccos. And then next week, I'm going to smoke Pearson early morning pipe. Not tried this. I know that this is cellar deep for a lot of people. I'm honestly not anticipating liking it all that much, but we'll see. I wasn't expecting Comoy's English mixture to be quite so enjoyable. Well, a lot of things go on in the last 2 weeks. Somehow I managed to get to 1,000 subscribers. It's been kind of a slow process. It's kind of interesting that for obvious reasons why in YouTube has so much impact on that. No one's exactly looking for my videos, and then when they find it, subscribing. Kind of adjacent to other videos they're actually looking for, stumble across mine. I think I've been in the 900s all year, if not longer than that. But that's cool. I'll have to do a giveaway. I have some ideas. There's just a lot of giveaways going on, and I don't want to wear everybody out with another one. Just appreciate all the great interaction that I get from so many of you, and generosity from so many of you. But maybe next week I have some details around that. This last week I was helping my parents with their house. I'm sure my mom who's kind of documenting the whole thing and putting it on YouTube, will have video of me doing stuff. I was glad to be able to help. It was a lot of work for a guy who sits at his desk and works most of the time. It was really warm at first in the 90s. I think it was the first day I drank, what was it, like 4 Gatorades and 5 bottles of water, and I never peed. Just get my hands all cramping up from lifting things and digging holes. But anyway, it was a full week's worth of work. But I should be locked in at home for a little while. Got plans to go to the Vegas show. They started flying directly out of Eau Claire that's where I live, Wisconsin, to Vegas, and I guess I'm skeptical about the flight. They were reasonable, so I bought one a while back, but I got it so that I could leave after work on Friday and make it, and then fly back on Monday. But I'm concerned that the flights won't fill up enough, and that they might tell us to get on a bus and go to Minneapolis, and then get on a flight from Minneapolis to Las Vegas, and then the times won't be right, and who knows what time I'll be getting in Vegas on Friday. That's my fear. Well, hope that it's not the case. A lot of other giveaways going on. I'm not prepared to nor am I caught up on videos. I get on vacation and all that sort of stuff, and pretty much don't watch any YouTube. Drinking some black tea. Went to the dentist today. My poor, what are they called? Teeth cleaner lady. I can't remember the terms. I'm so bad at remembering things. I drink tea every day. And that definitely affects the color of my teeth. So she's always trying to buff them back when I get my teeth cleaned. But, oh well, clean now. Never really wanting to put English in my pipe, even right now. I was resistant to it. It was like, yeah, I've already smoked it a couple of times. I can just talk about it from my memory and smoke something else. But this one's a good blend. I mean, when I smoke it, I'm not really wishing I'm smoking something else. Smoking in my J Mutant Prince. Kind of had that on not too long ago. It's colder. Wearing long sleeves. High in the 60s the last 2 days. I think it's supposed to get back warm again, then cold again. I don't know. It's fall here. All the leaves are going to start changing colors. Yeah, finish my projects that I keep neglecting in the shop so that I can park my cars in the garage again. Because I don't like scraping my windows with frost in the morning. Communicating is a challenge. I think thought of the day. So we watched this, been watching this show that everyone's gonna judge me on. I've been watching a Netflix show called Love is Blind. It's about guys and girls that, I don't know, sign up for the show and then they have conversations without being able to see the other person, and then eventually if someone decides in they have 9 days of this to propose, then they'll continue on the show to somebody, and they'll kind of go to a resort, and then they'll go to a house, and then they got to get married, all of this within 40 days of meeting each other. And it's kind of interesting because the idea, I mean, obviously it's all recorded, so you always kind of question any sort of authenticity with shows like this. Stories producers are trying to tell versus what's actually happening, or whether or not people can be genuine themselves when they're being recorded. Is that a very good environment to do this crazy commitment? Anyway, so some couples that are, they struggle to make a commitment to say they're going to get married, because they are questioning whether or not this is just too insane they're dealing with friends and family pressure that tells them, hey, this is really insane. You shouldn't get married like this. And then as you're kind of getting to know each other and working through conflict, it can be really difficult. And so that's where I was kind of thinking about communication and how successful marriages are built around sacrifice for one another. And a lot of these couples are having a hard time sacrificing for each other because they are adults. They've been living by themselves for a while. Obviously, most of them haven't had super successful dating lives to get to this point, and most of them is probably because they are pretty successful in their careers, maybe not all of them. And so it's pretty difficult for them to make sacrifices, especially when you're not even certain that you want to get married. And I just think about how a marriage is successful. How, if you only had 40 days from meeting your spouse, could you make the marriage work? It's like, oh, absolutely. You could absolutely have a successful marriage. But in order for any marriage to be successful, you're going to need commitment and the willingness to sacrifice for one another. And I also feel like friendships are the same way. You have to have a little commitment to each other. Now, varying level types of friends have different varying levels of commitment. But it's not much of a friendship if the friend is never willing to sacrifice anything for you if you need it, or vice versa. And it's more just of an acquaintance. Just think it's a good reminder that, like I have the ability to I'm an important role to a healthy marriage. I have an important role to a healthy friendship, and that is to be committed, and that commitment involves me looking out for the other person's interest and doing things with a sacrificial heart, and and being happy to do it, not making it a burden in any way. I need to seize more opportunities to love sacrificially those that I want to remain close in my life. All right, it's probably way too long. I hope you all are doing awesome. You're having a great week. You enjoying watching football? Talk to you later.